Welcome back to the channel, guys. You can see behind me we've got some updates here on the burnout rig. So let's go ahead and get to the live action and show you what we got planned for this episode. A little change of pace today. Jason's over here loading up some stuff that's been sitting in front of my yard. And yes, that is the fire burnt cab that's been sitting outside the shop for a while now. So got a few.
Snow or something?
Think it's gonna snow? I sure as hell hope not. I'm not ready for it. But unfortunately in Iowa that is a thing. So got a few things left. Need to throw that kid's bike in, it's junk. Get the cleaning supplies picked up, ladder, chair, and we'll have this all cleaned up. And then we'll see what more we can get done on the trucks. We want to paint Phoenix this weekend. I think we're sticking with Phoenix. I think the poll was Phoenix, so we'll stick with Phoenix on the truck for the name, and then we'll decide if we're gonna be able to put some vinyl on it or something. Maybe get the name on the side of it or something. And BoostedRide, obviously, with the YouTube logo for the people that don't know who we are, so they can help subscribe to the channel and help us grow as well. So, all right, we'll see what we got next. Well, from that last clip, a lot has changed. So that was a week ago from today, and I'll make this real quick, tell you about some of our problems we've had and things that we've gotten accomplished. So as I'll show you here, you may notice that we got a front clip on here. So we've got fenders, we got the grill, everything is working good. We took these pipes, drilled a hole, welded a nut in there upside down, one of the flange nuts. We can run the bolt down, change this up from the death trap style that came back, swept back and over. The grill is centered between the radiator support. So problem number one, what we're having, and you know, we're thinking about this, and the cab may be on there crooked. I'm not gonna lie, because there's a lot of play in those body mounts, but look down this fender and take a look at where it meets the cowl. Kind of hard to tell because I took a little paint off. But yeah, there's a obvious noticeable change in the shape of the fender, or I guess you'd say the alignment of it, sticking out. Driver's side, yeah, it's flush. So one thing is the cab could be crooked. The second thing is if you look at the frame here, where we were looking to mount the sway bar right here, frame's bent down, and actually I do believe that this rail and the passenger rail, that one has a little bit of damage down there as well. I think this thing was in an accident at some point and bent the frame rails over. So with the grill being centered between the radiator support here, I think we're just going to leave it. So if you guys see this at some events and you notice it, you'll just have to laugh it off because it's not getting fixed. If anything, if we can square the cab up. All right, next problem that we ran into. I got panel bond from our local auto parts store, the 3M panel bond. Went ahead and did the cab, and I also went ahead and did this rear quarter section that meets the box and between, right above the wheel well, because I ran out from the previous tube. Didn't think anything about it, you know. Put the tube on there, the nozzle, whatever you want to call it, squirted it out. Just seemed like it didn't take any resistance. So long story short, they're supposed to have a little like waffle weave thing insert inside there, which like really forces it to mix and combine. Wasn't in there. That caused problems. It didn't get the mixture correct, never did set up, and actually some of the pieces are here on the floor. I tried going back over it, and here's, if it'll focus, what it looks like. So there's what it looks like. That stuff in the center is the original that is actually still sticky. And then I squirted some new stuff over top of it, which did harden, but of course wouldn't stick to anything because all the stuff down inside of it was still like a rubbery, spongy. So I had to wire wheel all that stuff back out. They replaced the tube. Thank you to Barron Motor Supply for that. And we redid all that. So now we're at the point where I got the box off, fuel tank's unhooked. We need to get the fuel tank out. We got to get the battery out. And then I went ahead and sanded everything I could. I really should probably touch up some of these spots down underneath here, get all that surface rust off of there. Otherwise, the box is done. The cab, Jesus, don't look too close down there. I only put a little bit of mud there because I had a little bit left. That's fiberglass actually, because I had a little bit left on the plate. But I'm patching up the door down there. Got a few spots left to sand. That's a little bit of glazing putty. The roof, I'm done. I'm not touching up the roof anymore. It is what it is. It's dented. The truck is a burnout truck, like I've said multiple times. And then, I don't think I ever showed this, and I don't think I have a picture of it, but the rear cab corner on the passenger side, if I did show it, I'll show you what it looks like now. I did a little bit of a fiberglass mat and Yeah, well, the whole back of the cab, this whole section here is gone. There should have been a panel that came down here, probably another 3 inches. But there is Adam's beautiful fiberglass and bondoed up. Better than new. These holes, not getting patched. At this point, I don't want to say I'm giving up, but it's Saturday night. I thought I was going to be painting this thing tonight. So I guess, really, we're going to sand the last little bit left. A little bit of glazing putty. The other side glazing putty. Double check everything. Make sure that I didn't drop any mud anywhere else on any of it. Because I did notice, like, when I was mudding maybe something up here, I might have, you know, dripped a little bit of mud down here and gotten hard on the door or something. Just don't want to have those little pieces in there when we go to paint it. But, all right, enough rambling on, guys. So I feel like all I do is talk lately, but GoPro's been dead, so I didn't get any footage of anything. Next clip, hopefully the truck is painted and revealing this thing to you guys. So I think the grill is going to have to come later because it's got to get blasted. And I just don't have time to get it blasted and back into the booth to get it painted. So, all right, guys, enough rambling. Let's get to it. Let's get this thing painted. Get it painted white so that way we can be on with the next project because I got to get a motor back in Death Trap because we're making a trip back. You guys know where. Hey, comment down below. I'm sure everybody knows. Want to get this thing, make sure that we're good and ready for November 19th. So, all right, enough rambling. Let's get to it.
K+ is just the musical companion you need in Merlin. Jeez! Or tap here to listen now.
Sunday now, and we're going to use the toter to pull the enclosed trailer. Why not try it? So get this all hooked up, head back over to the shop, get the truck loaded up, and let's get this bad boy painted today. Like I said, Sunday. I wanted to do this Saturday, but it is what it is. All right, I'm going to help Jason get hooked up to the toter. We'll see what it looks like here. We got her all loaded up. Dang, she looks good. If we only had one truck or car to take, the enclosed trailer looks pretty good. What do you think, Jason? Good enough for the women Jason's with. All right, we're gonna head on over, get her sprayed, keep on trucking. Well, here's the current situation. The cab is pretty much primed. Did a pretty shitty job on the roof up there, not gonna lie. And I think a lot of the issues we're having is the gun. You know, it's got a 1.4 tip in it, and I think with primer you should be like a 1.8 maybe. So I kind of went around the outline of everything on the box. I did get the other box side done, but I had to send Jason and my dad over to the whole old trusty Harbor Freight. It's already 5 o'clock Sunday. Like I said before, we got a ways to go yet. We don't even have any paint on here yet. There's a look at the current situation. So when they get back here, we are going to spray with the new gun, which I hope like hell. I mean, literally, I can only spray a pattern that's probably a couple inches tall, and I've got to have the gun 4 inches from it. It is just not flowing enough or something. I'm not a painter by no means, but Uncle Google says a 1.8 is what you should spray with, up to like a 2.3. So look at all the bodywork imperfections. Terrible, Adam. Terrible. All of the fans are going to see all of this stuff. Nah, I'm just kidding. Really don't care. It'll work. It'll work for what we're doing. So they get back, we can finish spraying the primer on. I got to do the fenders yet. And then we will start shooting our single stage white. We just got some cheap stuff from our local farm fleet store. So it's a tractor paint. It's gloss white. And that's what we're going to shoot it with. So hopefully they get back here soon. We can keep moving along. Got a long ways to go. Short time to get there. Gotta give credit to Harbor Freight again. The Harbor Freight gun came in, did the job. I did not respray this side just because it was already sprayed and I went over it pretty heavy with the other gun, nice and slow. I just touched the tops of these just so that way I can wrap the paint around. But otherwise, yeah, I got this side shot in a matter of a minute. I mean, that gun was way, way better. A little bit of light spots here, but that's the inside. Not too worried about it. Probably should have went over this a few more times, but you know what? The way things have been going, and as long as this has been taking, it's going to have to work. Because like right here, I don't know if that's going to show through, but you probably can't even see it on camera, but I had to fix some stuff there from a brand new fender. I did go over the roof again. Hopefully it's enough. But at this point, we're ready to put the single stage gloss white on, which I will show you here in just a second what we bought. So this is the Van Sickle. Super premium. Not just premium, guys. This is super premium tractor equipment. So this is gloss white. I got 2 gallons of this stuff. It's already shook up, ready to go. Got the gun all cleaned up here. So I'm going to go ahead and let that stuff dry in there. We'll probably hit it with an extra tack cloth. Got a few more in the box there. But so far, I'm pretty happy with it. But again, a lot of bodywork imperfections. I mean, when you put gray on something that was white and sanded down, you put gray or something like that on it, you really see all the little chips and nicks and stuff. And yeah, you know what? I cringe looking at it, but it is what it is. You know, like I said, we are going to keep the name Phoenix. I don't know if I mentioned that before or not. If I did, so we're looking for some kind of bird. If there's anybody out there that, you know, does graphics design or something, let me know. Looking for a bird with maybe some, I want to change it. A lot of Phoenixes are, you know, obviously red and orange. Want to change it to green to match the theme of it, with some fire going down like the box side or something from the tail. So if anybody knows of anything like that. But all right, next, let's get some white on this thing so we can get the heck out of here. current status. Second coat is on. We're not doing too bad. So what we did, if you've seen the GoPro, the paint was not coming out at all. And what we, wait for the poofers to go there. What we Googled, you know, Google said that we're not spraying it right. So what we did was, there we go. When we mixed it up, we just put 4 to 1, we put acetone in with that. So right or wrong, I don't know. Google said that you're supposed to use turpentine or maybe mineral spirits. I don't really remember, but it said acetone was an option. So we used that as our option since we had it for cleaning up. And it looks like it definitely went on better. I mean, it is spraying so much, it's all over my arm. I don't know if you can really see it. Jason filled the gun up too much, so it's all over my fingers are all sticky now. But it's from the paint too. But sometimes I make myself laugh. Alright, well, we need to get our third coat on. It is currently, I don't know, 10 o'clock. Oh, alright, 10 o'clock. So, third coat going on. We'll hit that in just a few, and then we got to get loaded up. Alright, well, we're back. It's the next night. Loading up here. Good? I'm having problems with the winch, but there's only one fender in there, and we already got a nick in the paint. Gosh, dang it. Can't have anything nice. Jason, what happened to this other fender?
What happened to the winch?
I don't know. I'm kind of looking at this fender here. I thought this was brand new. In the last clip, it was painted in the paint booth.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, well, I dropped that. I was going to carry it out, and I was just hanging on to the 2 hooks, which was a stupid mistake on my part, but dropped it. So at least that's small enough. We'll be able to take care of that at my shop or my dad's somewhere. Turn to the right a little bit, Morgan. All right, we got to finish getting loaded up. I got to be home. Got to pick up one of my kids at school. All right, catch you tomorrow in the shop. We'll check it all out. Well, hope you guys enjoyed that one. We're back at the shop here. It is now Tuesday night. I'll give you a quick look at the truck. It's not looking much different than in the spray booth, but obviously we got the good lighting in the shop here. But yeah, lots of dents and wrinkles in the roof, everything else. Lots and lots of bodywork imperfections. I mean, I can see a huge dent here. Blah, 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 blah. You know, pinholes in the Bondo. Adam didn't put glazing putty on. That's where somebody nicked up the paint there. A lot of that would wet sand off. And I don't know, maybe someday when I'm ambitious enough, I could actually wet sand this and, you know, get all of this orange peel look out of there. You can see it in the light reflection. Not too worried about it. 150 footer, sounds good. You guys will never see it. If anybody can help us out with the graphics design, though, I'd really appreciate that. If you know of anybody that could help us out, or if any of you guys that are subscribed, and if you're not subscribed, consider hitting that subscribe button. Help us out with that Phoenix bird down the side, you know. Like I said, bird on the side of the door, heading down to the box with some flames maybe. And then we'll get that BoostedRide logo on the back quarter like we do on the Death Trap. And maybe also get it on the windshield. I do actually have those banners printed out. They're laying over there on that 6-liter. But I think we're going to wrap it there. Like I said, we got a lot of work to go. And actually at this point, what we need to do is we got to get a radiator hoop made in the next video and get all that stuff mocked back up. And then I got to get the fenders painted for the Death Trap. Well, actually I really don't even have to paint them, because we're just going to wrap it, so the insides are already black. So get the radiator support made, get everything put back together, so that way November 11th, we can do what we got to do. Comment down below, you guys probably know. Oh! Got it. Oh, is that a picture of me?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks good.
Mommy, can you print a picture out for me?
Yep, we can print one.
It's gonna be a
So November 11th, we got to get this thing done before then. So I don't want to say we're at crunch time, but we do have a deadline for this one, so we can get this thing prepped, get it ready to go for November 11th, so that way we're ready for November 19th. Cletus and Cars, hope to see each and every one of you guys there. Hit us up. We plan to be there early this time. Jason, I know you're watching this, so help get shit done so we can be there early. We got to do lights on the toter. We got to do some other stuff, exhaust work, I do believe, and a couple other things. So that'll be one video as well, prepping all that stuff. But yeah, comment down below if you guys want to see new merch, anything you guys want to see us do, questions, anything on anything we're doing. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks again.